Hi, I'm Mike. I'm an addict.
How you doing, Mike? So how old are you?
I'm 32.
Where are you from?
Born and raised in Philadelphia. I've lived all over. Kentucky, Arkansas. Now I'm in Virginia.
Virginia. What's your drug of choice?
Methamphetamines and K2.
Okay. Meth, that's a pretty hardcore drug, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When did you start using?
Started using cocaine when I was 26. Quickly moved from cocaine to crack. And then from crack, I started doing meth. And then it was off to the races after that.
Yeah, I heard meth. People tend to use that. It's a lot cheaper.
Cheaper, lasts longer,
Okay.
a lot stronger.
When you were using meth, how much and how often did you use?
Depending on what type of hustle I had that day, about an 8 ball a day, sometimes more.
Wow, 8 ball a day. So how were you making your money to support your habit?
I was working at first. Everything was cool. I had a little moving gig and making good money. And then I lost that. And then I started robbing construction sites, contractors, roofing companies, stuff like that, stealing generators and tools and parts and all kinds of equipment.
So pretty much anything you could get your hands on.
Anything I could get my hands on that was high value, yeah.
Did you ever get in trouble for doing anything like that?
A lot. Been to jail in and out since I was 21.
Jeez. And you said how old are you now?
32?
Wow, so you've been doing this for about roughly 12 years, huh?
Yeah.
Do you have any friends?
No real ones.
I mean, that's a pretty tough life. So you're out there doing it pretty much by yourself.
Yeah.
What about your family? How's it affected them? Do you talk to your family?
Yeah, but most of my family, they all have drug issues as well. So it's nothing new to me when I actually got into it. Most of them pop pills, most of them drink, most of them smoke weed, snort coke.
Alright, so do you have any children?
No kids, thankfully.
Oh, that's good. That's a blessing, man. So right now you're actually in the process of what, getting your life together, right?
Yes, I am. I'm in rehab right now, and I've been just came off doing about a year in jail. So I got a year sober under me, and right now I'm in this great rehab. Helped me get my life in order because things have been really out of control for a long time.
Yeah, man, this is actually a pretty expensive rehab, you know. How'd you get linked up with a place like this?
The community service board at the jail I was at recommended it to me.
That's good. So you're hoping this will here will be the end of your book. You'll say the last chapter. Maybe you can move on with your life and what, you think you're gonna be successful after this, or what's your plans?
I'm hoping this is the last chapter of me being under any type of influence. This has hindered me from doing anything worthwhile. I mean, these drugs have controlled every decision I've made, every friend I've made, every girl I've been with, everything and anything. It's consumed my life for so long, and I'm pretty excited about seeing, about what's going to happen next.
Right. I can definitely see that. I mean, just real quick, like, what was it like for you growing up? How was your childhood? You know, did you grow up around this as a kid a lot? Were you exposed to this kind of environment, or?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was born premature. I was born going through withdrawal from alcohol and I believe heroin, from what I was told from my family.
Wow.
Mom had a lot of addiction issues, so I was exposed to it from a really young age, and I didn't think it was going to be that serious for a long time. I thought I was the exception, as they like to say, but I wasn't. I definitely wasn't. For the longest time, I just smoked weed. I didn't really drink too much. Experimented with ecstasy and acid and the mushrooms, standard white boy drugs and shit, and then I got to using the hard stuff, and since then everything is falling apart. Lost everything 4 times over. House, car, family, friends.
So when you say thought you were the exception, like, what exactly does that really mean?
I thought that I was better than everybody.
Okay.
I thought that I'd never become one of those people, and now I'm one of these people.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that, man. So, question I've been wondering, I'm not that familiar, with the literature and stuff, but I know that there's something in the NA literature, and would you admit that this is a disease, addiction? Do you consider it a disease, or do you think you can beat it this time by yourself, or do you think you'll need help?
I think I need help. It's definitely a disease. It's not. This isn't. As the probation officer loves to say, this is just a choice. This is in my mind. My brain has been trained to want this, to need it. Think about it all day, every day. When I wake up, I think about getting high. Before I go to sleep, I think about getting high. While I'm eating, I think about getting high. While I'm having sex with my girl, I'm thinking about getting high. Probably getting high at the same time. It's an all-consuming life experience. This isn't something that is just you pick up and you put down. Once you pick this up, you can't put this down. It's like a good example. The movie Venom. When that symbiote touches the main character, it absorbs into his body. And in essence, that addiction becomes that person. There is no, I'm just going to do this right now, right here. Because once you start it, it's almost impossible to stop. And if you're lucky to even be able to have the opportunity that I'm having right now, you better take full advantage of it and learn the lessons that you're going to learn and listen. Because there's two possibilities when you're getting high and doing the hard drugs: death or a jail cell. And you might even have both of those. You might die in a jail cell.
Wow, that was a pretty deep analogy, man. I can relate though. I used to be one of those guys that I was raised. My father, I was told growing up that it was a choice. It was just something that people had addictions. They were weak-minded. Until one day, it took a hold of me, and I had to go down this road myself. And I totally agree with what you said, man. But Mike, man, I really appreciate this interview. I appreciate your time, man, and I truly wish you the best, buddy.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you giving me this opportunity. A lot of people need to hear, and they need to see that this addiction is real. The suffering, the pain, it's really not worth it. It's really not taking that drink. It's not worth taking that drink. smoking that dope, shooting that rig, it's not worth it, because like what they say in these meetings, one is too many, 1,000 is never enough. And the key principle and the definition of that means that first one is too many, because it's the one that's going to get you started on all the next ones that you're trying to chase, because 1,000 is never going to be enough. You're going to be chasing that first hit for the rest of your life, because you'll never get that first hit again.
Thank you, man. Well, coming from the Mind of Deal, you heard it yourself, people. So try to stay clean. Just take it one day at a time. Thanks for your time, Mike.